Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Keys to Health and Happiness weekly webinar series with Dr. Peter Amato. My name is Jake Cunningham, and I'm your host, and it's an honor to be with you here this evening, November 1st, 2018. And as we wrap up the year, this is going to actually be the last in this series until the new year. And so we are grateful and really appreciate you being on and encourage you to tune into some of the previous recordings that we've had a pleasure to host and offer to you on the website and the YouTube channel. So tonight's focus is take time and transcend, making time. And each week, the founder of Harmony Mountain Institute for Living, Dr. Peter Amato, with over 25 years experience, shares with us in this open-ended discussion, which we encourage you all to participate in. This isn't a one-way dialogue. We cover some talking points, some information that we think is important and relevant to share, but we want to encourage and we welcome you to chat and say hello and introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from. Let us know if anything hits home. Please, the feedback really assists us into bettering to serve you throughout the session, throughout the webinar this evening. So this week, Dr. Amato is going to illuminate on this topic of taking time and how this can contribute and support you in the anti-aging and your health goals and really overall well-being. So thank you all for being here with us tonight. And we're excited to be connected with you again. But before we begin, let me ask you one question. Are you investing the time you need for your own self-growth? Are you giving yourself the space and the time to heal and to grow? And that's something to leave. I'm going to leave with you. Just going to end it there, because for many of us, including myself, it's hard to find that time. So please stay tuned with us tonight as we discuss this topic further. And we do encourage you to share if anything hits home and resonates with you. We want you to know you can share through the chat. And if you don't know how to access the chat, in your Zoom platform, you can hit chat and type like any other messenger, like Skype or Instant Messenger. That's how we can communicate and open up the dialogue. And so, welcome, Dr. Amato. Thank you for being here with us and sharing your wisdom. Please tell us more about this idea of taking time and transcendence. What exactly are you referring to?
Absolutely, Jake. And thank you for hosting each week for us. We've had a great role here for the last few months, met a lot of cool people, and learned a lot and taught a lot. So thanks, everybody, for showing up each week. And for the new people, and before we launch into this magical topic of taking time and transcending, as many of you know, each week we start out with discussing and asking people to develop an intention and then to recognize it, watch it, observe it, and see if it manifests or materializes in any way during their life, during their week, or however that may work. Intention is so critical, even to the ability to take time, which we'll discuss later. But the reality is that it becomes alive, from one week to the next. Intention creates action, then behavior. Intention creates action, leading to behavior. So, as Jake mentioned, please share with us, on the chat, if this is happening in your life, and if you have cultivated or developed an intention leading to action or any new behavior, personal growth, any significant changes in your life, even a new way of thinking or the ability to create change. We ask questions like, are you creating new habits through your intentionality? Or are you learning that just by getting quiet and listening in to that still small voice inside, that you can start a new beginning? Remember, we can recreate our life in any round of the breath. We can start our day new. The breath is the highest form of stress reduction. going back to the next inhale and alleviating stress, you can start anew any time of the day. Remember, your intentions are the aim that guides your actions. Intentions are the aim that guides your actions. So this is what we mean when we say the answers are within. So let's start with getting quiet, maybe bubbling up an intention for yourself this evening or for another. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers last week for my niece who went through open heart surgery and is doing very well home from the hospital. We certainly
Good.
appreciate that in our family. So relax the eyes closed. Listen to the quiet, both here and there. Perhaps parting the lips, putting a half smile on your face. And relax. Give up the day. Release the shoulders. Inhale and exhale the arms. Breathe them in, breathe them out. Feel the belly rise and fall. Cool air at the nose on the inhale. Every time you slip off to a thought, an emotion, or a feeling, simply note it and gently escort your mind back to the next inhale. Feel for the next cool inhalation. Recognize the exhale. Breath on a wheel. Inhale, connecting to exhale, connecting to inhale. Inhaling the large muscles of the upper legs. Inhale them and exhale them. Just by bringing awareness to the body parts, releasing and relaxing on the exhales. Inhale through the crown, down to the base of the spine. Exhale now, the base of the spine, down the legs and out the feet. Giving up all your weight to the chair. Taking that half smile now into your brow, center of the forehead, third eye, ajna center, place of awakening. Relax the jawbones, the cheeks. Smile to your throat center. Heart center. Bring it down. Yeah. Feel how happy the heart is to be mirror reflected through a smile. It's like coming home. The belly rising and falling. And right here, just ask for an intention. Notice what may be arising or occurring in the form of a picture, words, a concept, a thought. Let it be your intention for this evening and perhaps even until we meet again. Chat about it. Talk with us about it. Tell us what's happening in your life, your world, your health, your happiness. We're here to serve. You could email 24/7. Send that intention off in a little rowboat. Notice how you feel. And gently relax the eyes open when you're ready.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Amato. We always appreciate your gift and guidance towards setting in these intentions. And so let's now move in to the content of the call and to the webinar tonight and get started. Start us off by telling us more about this concept of take time and transcend, Dr. Amato.
Okay, so just drop that into your awareness, Jake and everyone. Taking time is so hard to unpack even. So I'd like to discuss this because if you take it into your life and you look outside of your mind's eye into the world, our new normal is not about taking time. It's the exact opposite. So I'd like to discuss how this new normal we are living in is affecting each and every one of us. For example, do you ever find yourself checking out from media because it feels so unreal these days? It's often even too much for the senses, what goes on in the world around us anymore. Are you generally or at times overwhelmed and often moving nonstop from one thing to the next, without recognizing it, by the way? For those of you on a health quest, perhaps suffering from some symptoms or a illness, are you tired of taking toxic pharmaceuticals that most of you know are not even designed to treat the root of the problem? Yet as you take them, you know they have a laundry list of side effects. Can you see how our external environment is making us sicker all the time? Did you ever think that our water, our air, and our food would become toxic, dirty, and be making us all sick? Whoever thought that day would occur in our lifetime, if ever at all, even the concept of it? Are you hardwired to your cell phone, Facebook, social media? You see, we're slowly killing ourselves, and many people don't realize it or even know what to do if we do recognize that we've lost our way as a people, as a civilization, but most importantly, as individuals. We can only change ourselves. That's why we gather. That's why we have these talks, these webinars. That's my life work for a long time. Stress and a constant barrage of information are continuously reinforming our life, how we live, and not always in positive ways. Look around this fast-paced. So tonight we'll tell you how we can help you move beyond that outdated model of living as we watch many people get sick, trying to stay in the loop, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to get it all done. Get what done? So that's what we say about transforming and transcending as an option here toward moving toward a healthier state of being that includes a radical wellness. That's what we teach. Good evening, Jake, and hello, everyone.
Excellent. Thank you for that introduction, Peter. And I just want to honor Charlie. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Charlie or is it Charlie? But Charlie placed an intention to meditate every day and have thus far achieved my goal. So I want to give her credit and kudos there. And you touched on a wide variety of different elements in that introduction, Dr. Amato. And to answer a couple of those questions and those really core questions that you addressed in these different pillars in our life, I would have to say that yes, more of us are so distracted and quote unquote asleep that we're killing ourselves and don't even realize it. Whether it's from the junk food that we're eating on a daily basis, or the so-called medicine we consume blindly from our trusted caregivers that's been created artificially in a lab, to our social relationships and the fabric of our families, to friends that we've forgotten how to connect with each other. Even last night, we had a wonderful Halloween gathering, it was wonderful. The neighborhood kids were out playing, but the fellow parents, many of the kids themselves in this time of at least getting together, coming together, Dr. Amato, were glued to their cell phones, right? More worried about capturing that picture for Instagram and Facebook than being present to see the joy in the little one's eyes when he got, a little treat. Now, I'm not advocating the sugar. Don't get me wrong. That's a whole nother topic we'll get into. And we have our own ways to manage that and trade out little Legos for the candy and stuff. But when it comes to this, I'm seeing this disconnect, even in these times when we used to be so engaged in each other. And so really, I see this as a very large growing problem. So to answer those questions, yes, Dr. Amato, I'm seeing and witnessing this. And also, I'm human. I'm following into this as well with overwhelm and making that time and that space for my most beloved relationships, as well as fueling my own body with the food it takes that I know is right for me. Yet many times I still choose the shortcut because I'm caught up in this rat race. So please expand. I know I kind of went off on a tangent there, but it's relevant. And I think this needs to be discussed and honed in on for our humanity. So please continue, Dr. Amato.
Absolutely, Jake. You said some fine things there. This idea of not being present.
Yeah.
To see the sparkle in our children's eyes because we're too busy taking a photo or a snapshot. This is what's going on in the world. We're not living our life. We're missing life because we're too busy being elsewhere rather than
right.
in the. Charlie, kudos on your work. We've all got that stinking thinking issue. So practice, 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 and the more we can attend to the present moment, the more we could experience the gifts of life that we've received, which is our birthright. I've had the pleasure and the blessings to study with and receive blessings by one of the most miraculous men on the planet, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. He says the number one problem in our world is man. We are the problem. We could complain and blame and judge, but all of our problems are man-made. It's not as if it's somebody else or elsewhere. It's us that are creating this society that doesn't feel right. And the harder it gets to live in it, many of us feel powerless. Some can see through the denial that says, we can't do anything about it. That's just the way it is. And most recognize the greed, the power, and the control that is killing us. It's actually our human nature that's killing us. It's nobody else's human nature. It's man's human nature. It's what we were born with. It's who we are. We're born this way. So the ability to wake up and eliminate these issues on a personal level requires a shift in the way we live our life on a personal level. Some people are awake and feel the pain in seeing our future going downhill by the consciousness of this old paradigm operating our society. We believe it's the right time to take a more pronounced approach to your health, well-being, and relationship to our environment. We can only change as individuals and have an intention that it's like one candle lighting another. Words, actions, and deeds. One candle lighting another. Personal responsibility in this antiquated worldview we are living in is the key to our future. I'll say that again. Personal responsibility in this antiquated worldview, and ask questions if people aren't getting this, is the key to our future. We have the science, we have the research, we have the technology to not only not get sick, but to thrive. This is what we teach and the experience we offer at our Harmony Mountain Institute for Living transformational retreats, as well as in our private client practice. And for others, we have an amazing online coaching program to help you shift gears as needed.
No, thank you for sharing that, Dr. Amato. And shifting gears and waking up is definitely the first step. And for those of you on, and Charlie, I hope it's, I don't know if it's Charlie or Charlie, your feedback is amazing. Thank you. And you're contributing, you're taking action. And for those of all of you on now, whether you're on live with us or you're watching this replay a month, 2 months, 3 months from the live recording, you've taken that space and that investment, and we commend you for that. We commend you for opening your eyes, opening your mind for new concepts, or to reinforce what you've forgotten and you've already known, which usually what this is. This is actually nothing you don't already know. Dr. Amato is just helping us open up what we've forgotten. But let me ask you, all of the audience, a question. Can you relate to any of these issues Dr. Amato's brought to our attention? Please type yes or no. If you can't, that's okay too. But if you can relate or you can connect to any of these, we want to encourage you all right here and now to really share with us any of your thoughts. Share with us in the comments below if you're watching the replay. Share with us what you are connected to with this topic of making time, trying to find the space in your life and all the distractions that interfere. I want to let you know you're in a safe environment amongst like-minded individuals, and this is an intentional community. That intention in intentional means we're consciously choosing to learn and to shift, like Dr. Amato talks about, so we can wake up and stay awake in this time where it's so easy to fall into the darkness or the distraction. So please, Dr. Amato, continue on with the information that you're sharing with us.
Absolutely, Jake. And I don't think everyone is awake to how fast this merry-go-round is spinning.
Yeah.
The world, our days are moving so rapidly, and this is simply mirroring our technology. How could it not be anything other than that, right? So many have lost faith, and you see why we have a lot of negativity and demise going on as people lose faith. There's unrest. So it's easy to be lost today. Do you all agree? It's just hard to be upbeat and positive 24/7. We speak with so many folks. So many just go through the motions, getting it done each day, day after day. You know, that's not living. But I know that for our health and the future of our planet, this sleepwalking society we are living in is what I say, trapped in conformity. We're all conforming to, well, this is the way it is. You know, we can't do much about it. But that's not real. That's kind of a cop-out. So just think about that. Many people just status quo, get up, hit the ground running, get it done, go to bed, get up, do it again. We're just trapped in conformity. So many have become molded. Even it's generationally, it's part of sometimes our traditional consciousness that we just repeat generationally, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So many have been molded to conform, but many people are waking up and saying, you know what, this doesn't feel right. I need to take more personal responsibility for my health, or I need to cultivate some deeper sense of spirituality or stress reduction or service work, help others. So people are looking for tools and options to take their health back, um, reduce their stress, and get happy again. Remember those days? A long time ago, but so this is our work. We help people transcend the illusion that's going on, that's operating our world basically, and
Mm.
take their own health and happiness back. We do it every day, all day for many, many years. People leave smiling, happy, and different. We teach self care. Remember the old days when life was much simpler, and it was just easier. We had the time, to cook a nice home cooked farm to table meal or a great, amazing salad. People don't have time anymore. They just run from one thing to the next. So we all can learn to make different choices beyond conforming to the status quo and kind of get simple again. And like Charlie mentioned, mindfulness, taking care of the present moment buys us so much time, takes us out of that trap of conforming, and allows us to see the world with different eyes. We can live in
Mm.
the world, but not be of the world.
Mm.
Am I
Mm.
making sense, Jake? Are you
Yeah.
folks listening, getting the message? Do you agree with me? Chat with us, okay? Let us know your thoughts on this because if we take care of the present moment, all future moments will take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a
No.
matter of slowing down, becoming mindful, getting available, practicing the half smile, and that's
You're
that.
making sense. No, it makes perfect sense. And you touched on something, Dr. Amato, very profound is simplicity. Simplicity is not simple. It's not easy. Let's just say that. But it doesn't have to be hard. And it's interesting. Charlie mentioned something in the chat, Dr. Amato, which we talked about actually earlier today in our meeting that we had earlier this afternoon, and how um, she's afraid to say what she believes. She's afraid to actually be true to herself, and that's the climate we're in. And so you're making perfect sense, and it's not rocket science and doesn't need to be hard. I find for most people I associate with Dr. Amato through my day-to-day life, whether that's my personal friendships or my business relationships, uh, I find more and more distraction, whether it's changed appointments or miscommunications and disconnect. And I have to also look inside and see how my influence in is affecting that. But this truth is sometimes as simple as giving yourself, I think, the time and to slow things down and take a step back. And you mentioned something very profound just about the cooking, the dinner table. How many of us who um, have their family take time to sit down around that table and to disconnect from all the devices and cook real whole food? How many of us are finding a better way to eat, working on their sleeping habits? How many of you are taking time to recalibrate? And you did a great webinar the other day, a couple weeks ago, on your life's purpose. I encourage everybody to check that out, where the topic was discovering and connecting with your life purpose. How many of you are putting the time and energy into investing in your physical strength in the body? Are you doing yoga? Are you taking a walk around the garden, around the neighborhood? Are you having fun with neighbors and friends at the gym, or finding an outlet to build your physical strength, which is, of course, connected to all the other bodies? And how many of you take the time to invest in those relationships, listening more than speaking? But no, Dr. Amato, please tell us a little bit more about how the work you do and how you're working with people to help assist them to live better lives. Tell us more about your approach.
Sure, Jake. Well, as you know, I've devoted my life along with cultivating a team of people that I surround myself with who help people transcend the new normal
Mm.
and learn to live from a place of higher ground. In other words, fake news is not a new concept. Our work at Harmony Mountain for 25 plus years and with thousands of successful stories all around the world is to help people heal,
Hmm.
transcend, and offer tools to nurture their body, mind, and spirit. We watch people eventually eliminate pharmaceuticals, if that's their goal, become pain free, restore energy, and learn to have quiet, peaceful minds that allows them to be present and wear the half smile more often than not. No more ego mind, no fear. They stop running, get off the treadmill, eliminate attachments, hooks, and conformity. We become free. Keep it real and restore that memory of wholeness and bring that peace and tranquility back. The chaos of our society itself is an addiction for many. Once you're in the rat race, you got to stay up with it. There's no slowing down. The chaos of our society is an addiction that's reflected in our opioid crisis, by the way.
Mm.
And how could it not be? Everything is dualistically mirror reflecting everything else.
Mm.
It's people crying out. They just can't deal or cope with the merry-go-round lifestyle anymore. And this is a way of trying to find balance. It's not like they're drug addicts. Pain and
Mm.
suffering are everywhere today. That's why now more than ever we need to restore the sanity, or as you said, reset our innate ability to self heal, which we haven't been taught, by the way, how to live quietly and be happy.
Yeah, amazing, Dr. Amato. And I want to commend you. I don't think I thank you enough. I know I don't on these because we have our guide that and our topics we want to cover. But I do commend you for walking the walk. And for those of you who don't know Peter's story, um, please inquire, learn, listen. He's a gentleman who's been walking the walk, and for producing these great resources like the Harmony Mountain retreat, the transformational retreat, his inner harmony approach. He's an author of some phenomenal books. I have one of his books right here. I just want to share with everybody. Um, it's called Soul Silence, A Unique Approach to Mastering the 11th Step. Dr. Amato, he doesn't boast enough about himself, but I'm doing it before we end this for the season because you've created some amazing resources. And one of the easiest resources is just to pick up the phone and call them and to schedule a one-on-one. That's also available. So with that said, Peter, tell us how we get started on this journey. Guide us. So once that intention's set and we have a burning desire to transform or to make a shift and to wake up, what's next?
Well, that's the key. And it begins with a new and refined intention. Getting honest, moving beyond fear, doubt. For some, it's self pity, and
Yep.
getting in touch with the courage. It takes courage to change from within. That should be our first intention. When we really drill down, change comes from within. The ability to, uh, you know, I suggest people take a personal inventory. They see where they're at. They do a life review. They journal. Create a simple vision board.
Mm-hmm.
Write it up, short term and long term. What's your vision? Short term, long term. Then either alone or with one of our coaches, for example, we suggest developing action steps and a timeline for your changes. And this could be baby steps. It doesn't have to be anything grand. Start small for those who are new at it and just see how you do. Journal about what gets in the way when you say you want to do this and you end up doing that. Learn. In other words, we are all the teacher and the student at the same time. we're also co-creators of our own destiny. We're the authors.
Mm-hmm.
So taking charge is about learning how to be in the moment, define your goals and objectives, create your vision, and let your mission be your intention, whereas you therefore set out day after day trying to see how you do. And when you stumble, which we all do most all the time, we get back on the horse and we learn why we weren't able to maintain the discipline to adhere to the intention that we set out. We address mind, body, spirit, environment, and relationships in our own lives over time. We've also worked with many people, as you say, in 12-step recovery who have become complacent or stuck, and they're ready to go deeper, quieting the mind and developing a sense of inward focus and meditative awareness would be that next step, Jake, after intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
Without the ability to stay present and focused, none of this is possible. Next, people develop mindfulness, as Charlie says, and begin cultivating what we call an engaged spirituality or a connection to their own divinity or a deeper or broader sense of a higher power, which is innate. It's our birthright. So this is different for everyone, by the way. We address chronic health issues next. We teach personalized diets through testing because everyone is unique. We eliminate chronic infections. We provide individualized organic nutrition. We detoxify your lifelong toxic load over time. We provide safety, a bridge, and the support to guide you to the next chapter of your life. Ultimately, we are educating on a different lifestyle. We are restoring your health at the cellular level, which nobody even understands. We provide anti-aging, and we empower you to not get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you are sick, we peel that onion one layer at a time, and we restore you to optimum health. Been doing it for a long time with great results. It's like football, folks. Today we need to have a good defense to live long and stay healthy. The toxicity in the environment, between the glyphosate, the food, the chemtrails, the Wi-Fi, it's just killing us. There's so much brain fog going around. It's insane. People are, like we were saying today, like walking zombies out there.
Right.
So you need to have a good defense. We foster optimum health at a level that most healthcare has not even realized is the problem. They don't even know the problem. And we're fixing it on a daily basis with people. They don't even know what the problem is. We say organic, not synthetic. Come visit us or call to learn healthcare for today's world. Be free, man.
Yeah, the freedom. I mean, ultimately, I feel, Dr. Amato, that part of every human being is the search for freedom, that personal freedom, whether that's freedom from their perceived overweight, size, freedom of their financial stress, freedom of their relationship stress. So what you teach and what you offer is the ability to help retrain and recalibrate the human to be able to function in today's day and age. And I just thank you tremendously for sharing with us this evening. And for those of you who are listening to this live and on the replay and who are looking for answers and real solutions, do yourself a favor and just give us a call. What do you have to lose? It's a one-time, no obligation, absolutely free, no strings attached call that can help pinpoint where the right direction may be for you. That may be a one-on-one session with Dr. Peter Amato. That may be looking at some of the up-and-coming dates for the Transformation Retreat. That may be nothing at all. That may be just a few words of encouragement or clarity that will help reinforce the journey you're already on because you're taking the right steps. but take 5 minutes for yourself. Is that something you can do? Can you take 5 minutes for yourself and invest it for the long term? Because I'll tell you, everybody, taking time for yourself, you have to remember this. If you don't have the energy to serve, the people that you're bending over backwards each and every day will no longer have you at their service. Again, if you don't invest in yourself so you have the energy to serve, no one else is going to benefit from your service. And so you have to take this time. And there's many different aspects to doing this. So I'm going to encourage you all to write down a number right now. And if you're listening to this live, please grab a pen or a piece of paper, or even in the chat, you can type it out, and I'm going to type it for you. But the number is 570-558-7450. Now that's a phone line that connects you with Harmony Mountain Institute for Living. You'll be able to connect with one of our coaches, either Dr. Steve, Dr. Amato. One of the coaches will be able to return your call, set up an appointment, and you will be able to connect and have a absolutely no strings attached discovery call. And it may be 5-10 minutes, it may be longer, but it's about finding out what's right for you. This isn't about pitching all of our stuff. This is about finding out what's right for you. And that's something that's an offering and a gift that I don't want you to take for granted. It's limited. We don't know how long we'll be doing this, how long that will be available at that open door as we are starting these transformational retreats here. And so with that, one of my favorite times during these calls is how you offer a takeaway, Dr. Amato. You give us something to walk away with. And so right now, I'm going to say goodnight, because after the takeaway, we're going to move into the closing meditation. So take it away, Dr. Amato, and leave us with some food for thought, and then close the session for this evening until next time.
Absolutely, Jake. And thanks again. And just responding to the chat, we all need to recognize that we're both loved and lovable. Self-forgiveness is the key. One of the major keys to being present and staying present. So know that you're loved and lovable. And forgive yourself and forgive the others. And move forward.
Yeah.
So taking time to stop is what we know is the hardest part for most people to accomplish when contemplating change. We have to stop, sit still, reflect, take personal inventory, look back where we've been, how it's working out for us. Absolutely. Make yourself a priority, okay? Only then can we contemplate change. I find it amazing that people could continue for decades, even generations, knowing that they are not happy, not healthy, not fulfilled, and unsatisfied. This is just about time. Time is free. So often a crisis, a health issue, or a significant life occurrence must happen for people to smell the roses. Mm-hmm. In this dysfunctional world, guys, stop now and reflect. Take stock. Move in close on change. Develop an action plan. Watch how you do. Get back on the horse. Love yourself when you fall off the horse, because we all do. Don't judge yourself or others. So I'd like to invite people tonight to let their intention be to stop. Take time this weekend or tonight. With the holidays coming up, it's going to be even crazier. Yeah. And just check in with yourself. Maybe ask a few simple questions like, am I as healthy as I could be? Am I as happy as I could be? Do I feel fulfilled? And am I thriving in my life? And if not, what am I willing to do? What am I willing to do? And just meditate on that. Take time, journal, review. Have fun with it. Don't take it too serious. Don't take life too serious. It's a journey. And thank God we have a long way to go. So practice. Let it be practice. And like Jade said, we're signing off for the holidays here, but we have the closed Facebook page. Join the Harmony Mountain Institute Facebook page. I will be interacting there every day or as needed. Ask questions, chat with me. I'm on there all the time. So join the Harmony Mountain Institute Facebook page group and ask away. We're never far away. So God bless, great holidays, and let's close out with another meditation. Life's supposed to be fun, absolutely. Relax the eyes closed, put on the half smile, feel the joy, because this is fun, and we had fun tonight, and we always do, and we make sure we do, because it doesn't cost anything. It's available anytime you want. Just put on that half smile and relax. Check in on that intention if you had one coming in. If not, I know that you have one now. Inhale and exhale the cool air at the nose. Take that smile to the heart center. Say, hello, heart. How are you doing? Here's my smile. Do you see me? See what your heart says back. Very happy. That's all it takes, guys. Feel that belly rise and fall. Know you're breathing. Let your breath be your higher power. Let your breath be the source of your entire happiness. When you inhale, feel loved and loving. When you exhale, send it out into our cruel world. And together we all light those candles and do our own self-healing, passing it on. Energy follows attention. Wherever you take your attention, whether it's in your body, your mind, your community, or our world, energy follows attention. Feel the healing. Loved and loving. Follow your intention. Bliss for the holidays, your loved ones. Thank you all for being with us during these last few months. It's been a true joy for me. We'll be back, and we're not going anywhere, so stay tuned. Stay with us. Ask away your questions. And we say namaste. The divine in me connects with the divine in all of you in every round of the breath. And only when we forget it, we come back to the next breath. Inhale, smile. Namaste, everybody. Happy holidays.